think for a moment about the sound of silence. I don't mean just no noise. I mean that huge, almost roaring current of communication that happens just beneath the words we actually say.
Hmm.
We live in a world that's kind of obsessed with talking, right? But maybe the most important messages, the ones that really count, are whispered, silent.
That's so true, especially when it comes to, well, attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It almost never just announces itself, does it? No bright sign.
Right.
It's on this hidden frequency, tiny gestures, the way someone stands, even biological things. Our conscious mind just filters out.
And that filter, that's exactly what we want to try and switch off today. Our mission here is to unpack that silent language, that subconscious stuff that signals interest.
Yeah.
We're learning to translate the body's secret vocabulary. So you, listening, can go from maybe missing those hints to becoming a skilled analyst of human connection.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is that this isn't just, dating tips 101. These signals are like deep psychological leaks.
Leaks? How so?
Well, where your true focus is, your real emotions, your internal state, it all sort of spills out into your physical presence. Your body is this incredibly honest antenna. It shows where the real focus, even if the person's talking about something totally mundane, like, the weather or something.
Okay, let's get into this then. Let's start literally from the ground up with what you called the directional compass. Feet.
Right, the feet.
Imagine you're chatting with someone and you happen to notice their feet are pointed right at you the whole time. Why does something so seemingly small matter?
Well, it sounds subtle, but think of feet as anchors of attention. In social psychology, we look at feet because they often signal underlying intent. If they're pointed squarely at you, it suggests that subconsciously, all their focus, their energy, it's directed towards you. They're anchored in that interaction.
I see. So it's different from just standing comfortably. Because if someone wanted to leave or felt awkward, maybe their feet would angle towards the door or someone else.
Exactly. Precisely. It's not just about being comfortable. It's the body.
Right.
Sort of prioritizing you.
Yeah.
The subconscious is basically saying, look, I'm not searching for an exit here. My focus is right here with you.
And this alignment, this sort of directional thing, it goes beyond just the feet, doesn't it? What about the whole body, especially in like a busy group setting?
Absolutely. Think
Yeah.
about that exact scenario. A group chat. But one person's whole torso, their body, is angled towards you. Even someone else is talking. Maybe someone's standing over there.
Yeah.
That physical angling, it suggests they're emotionally tuned in to you. They might be sacrificing, say, hearing the speaker perfectly, or even normal group politeness, just to keep that nonverbal line open to you.
Wow. So it's a real prioritization of connection. Their body's like a shield almost, blocking out other noise and focusing its main resources on you, even if their eyes flick over to the speaker for a second.
That's a great way to put it. It's the visual proof that in that moment, in that space, you are their sort of gravitational center.
Okay, we've covered the geography of interests. Now let's zoom in a bit. Let's get closer to the face. This is where, I guess, the more biological stuff starts to leak out.
Definitely.
We're moving into what you call windows to arousal. Eyes, pupils, proximity. Let's talk about the gaze first. There's a specific pattern, right?
Yes, there's a very specific three-part signature gesture that comes up again and again. The pattern is eye contact held just a fraction of a second longer than usual,
Okay.
followed by a little smile, maybe just a slight one, and then, crucially, a quick glance down.
That's interesting. Why look down? If they're interested, why not just keep holding the gaze? It seems counterintuitive.
Well, that quick look away, that retreat,
Mm.
it's often read as a kind of nervous acknowledgement of the connection that was just made.
Ah.
This sustained gaze creates the bond, right? But then the intensity of whatever they're feeling inside that little spike of excitement, maybe vulnerability,
Mm-hmm.
it forces the conscious mind to break contact. It's like a little neurological release valve
Okay, that makes sense.
to handle the emotional pressure of that attraction. They look long enough to make sure you saw them looking, and then they have to quickly look away to sort of recalibrate.
That clicks much more than just saying, oh, they're shy. And speaking of things we can't control, we have to talk about pupils. Pupil dilation, the ultimate truth serum.
Well, it's certainly a powerful physiological tell, mainly because you just can't fake it.
Right.
If you notice their pupils seem, well, bigger during your conversation, even if the lighting hasn't changed,
Yeah.
that's a huge signal. Biologically, pupil dilation is directly linked to emotional arousal. Positive or negative, mind you, but arousal.
So if they're engaged, attracted, that emotion triggers the sympathetic nervous system.
Ooh,
Boom, pupils expand. The internal reaction is literally letting more of you into their eyes.
exactly. The brain is effectively saying, I want more of this stimulus. I want more of what I'm seeing. It signals deep engagement,
Yeah.
feeling something beyond just intellectual interest.
Which leads us neatly to physical distance, proximity. We often link attraction with people trying to get closer, obviously. But how do we tell the difference between someone just being really engaged in the chat and genuine attraction when they lean in?
That's a key distinction. Look at the context. If there's plenty of space, you can hear each other perfectly fine across a small table, let's say, and yet they still keep closing that distance,
Hmm.
leaning in further than necessary. That suggests a desire for intimacy,
Hmm.
for connection. They're trying to feel closer to you. The body's overriding practical needs, like just hearing better.
It's that pull, that desire for proximity, winning out over social norms or practicality. If they're closing that gap for no practical reason, it's a physical sign of attraction trying to bridge the emotional space.
It's an immediate physical move. And that makes it pretty different from someone who's just leaning in because they're really into the topic, but still keeps a normal, comfortable distance.
Okay, this silent conversation is getting more complex. Let's look at more active behaviors now. Section 3. Synchronicity, connection, and nervous energy. Starting with the echo effect, mirroring.
Ah, yes, mirroring. This one is often completely subconscious. You might notice someone starts matching your movements maybe a few seconds after you make them.
Like what?
Like you cross your legs, they cross theirs. You take a sip of your drink, they do too. You shift your posture, they echo it. Even blinking patterns sometimes sync up. Psychologically, this isn't just coincidence.
So what is it then?
It's a profound sign that they're deeply attuned to your rhythm, your vibe.
And the why behind it is important, right? It's not just copying. It suggests something deeper.
Yes, exactly. It suggests an unconscious drive for harmony, for
Eh.
rapport. The body's trying to sync up with yours, which is a really powerful signal of subconscious affiliation. It's like the body's way of saying, hey, we're on the same wavelength, we're in sync.
We pose no threat to each other.
Precisely. It
Yeah.
builds that sense of connection non-verbally.
Okay, let's switch gears slightly. Humor, or maybe the reaction to humor. What about this? You tell a really lame joke. A groaner. You know it's bad. And yet, they laugh. Hard.
Yeah, the exaggerated laugh.
But wait, isn't that sometimes just politeness? People laughing too hard at the boss's bad joke, that sort of thing.
That's a really good point, and you do have to differentiate. Context is key.
Yeah.
Is it just politeness, or is it an attraction signal? The difference often lies in the degree of laughter, and if it's combined with those other signals we've talked about.
Like the body direction.
Right. If their laughter seems almost too big for the joke, way out of proportion, and they're still angled towards you, pupils dilated maybe, it's probably not just politeness.
So the goal isn't about the joke itself, but celebrating the interaction, using laughter to connect.
Exactly right. Laughter in general is a huge connection builder. But that specific over-the-top response to a weak joke, it suggests they like you, and they're using that big reaction as a direct, energetic way to show appreciation and ramp up the positive feelings between you.
Okay, that leads us to another classic signal, one often mistaken for boredom. Nervous energy. Fidgeting.
Ah, the foot tapping, fiddling with keys, twisting a ring.
Yeah. We usually assume that means their mind is miles away, they want to live.
But again, context. If those fidgety movements are happening while they're also showing other signs, the eye contact pattern, the body pointing towards you, the meaning flips completely.
How so?
In that context, fidgeting is more likely a release valve for internal pressure, emotional pressure. It's a sign of nervous interest, or maybe being slightly flustered by you.
So they're not bored? They're actually feeling the high stakes of the interaction, and that energy has to physically manifest somehow.
Pretty much. It's the body trying to manage internal excitement or nervousness. Think about it. If they were truly bored, their body would likely be angled away, their eyes would be wandering, and the fidgeting would look more listless, not energized. This kind of fidgeting signals they feel something significant is happening right now.
Wow. Okay, so we've gone from feet all the way up to fiddling fingers. We've covered the whole silent conversation. We need to look at the final signal, like at the body's closing remark, and then maybe figure out how good we actually are at noticing all this stuff.
Right, the physical farewell.
Yeah.
This is often the body's last chance to make or reinforce that connection. Think about the subtle light touch on the arm as you're saying goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe a brief hand on the small of the back as you part ways.
That's the one that can linger, isn't it? That last little moment of physical contact.
It signifies that physical touch, even if it's light and brief, equals closeness.
Yeah.
It's like a nonverbal handshake that maybe lasts just a fraction too long, a final attempt to break that physical barrier before you separate.
Okay. So now that we know what signals to look for, let's think about how well we, or you listening, are actually seeing them. Can we sort of put these observation skills on a spectrum? Where might you fall?
Yeah, we can definitely think about it like that. If you're just starting out, maybe only catching the really obvious things like someone leaning in close, perhaps you're the newbie noticer, you're just learning the language, but hey, you've got the dictionary now.
Then maybe you move up a level to the curious observer. This person catches some signals like maybe the sustained gaze or the mirroring, but they still second guess themselves a lot, learning fast but needing more confidence.
Then there's what I'd call the sweet spot, probably the goal for most people, the balanced decoder. This person sees the clusters of signals, they notice the feet and the pupils and the mirroring, maybe the laugh too. But crucially, they don't immediately leap to conclusions.
Right. They see it but stay grounded.
Exactly. They're aware, they're grounded, and they use the signals to help guide how they interact, rather than making instant assumptions.
Okay, but there are levels beyond that.
Oh yeah, you get to the attraction analyst, this person reads people like a book, they catch the micro movements, the tiny shifts, their intuition is super sharp. The only danger here is maybe over-analyzing everything?
Yeah, getting lost in the details and missing the actual human connection.
Potentially.
Yeah.
And then finally you have the apex, the human lie detector, though maybe that's a bit dramatic. Let's just say someone deeply attuned.
Okay.
This person operates on a frequency others miss. Micro-expressions, tiny shifts in vocal tone, the whole symphony of nonverbal cues. They just have this powerful, almost innate awareness of human behavior because they really understand the mechanics of emotional leakage we talked about earlier.
So really, what we've uncovered today is that attraction speaks softly, very softly. The quietest signals often say the loudest things, but you need to develop that observation skill. It turns fleeting moments into, well, into potentially deep insights.
And if we zoom out for a second, think about the bigger picture. It raises a really important question, doesn't it? If these deep psychological cues are always playing out in attraction, which is, let's face it, a high-stakes emotional game, what else are we missing?
Where else is this happening?
Exactly. In other areas of life where we're not maybe tuned to that frequency, think about job interviews, business deals, even just building trust with new friends or colleagues. This silent language is everywhere.
Mastering this, or even just becoming more aware of it, could unlock understanding way beyond romance. It gives you a more honest read on genuine connection in, well, pretty much every interaction. Use this knowledge wisely, everyone. The real deep dive. It starts now, in every silent conversation you have from here on out.